Welcome to Coach's Corner, Cat fans. Thanks for joining me again. And thankfully, we had a win last week, so that makes it a little easier to do the interview and talk about what's going on with the program. Before we get started, I want to always give thanks to a group or a couple groups. Today we're going to do that. Then I'll talk about a couple seniors, review the game last week with Anna, and then preview, of course, our big rival game with St. Henry. And that looks to be a good battle here. So let's back up here, like I said, and talk about some thank yous. The first thank you is going out to our booster club, who is involved with lots of people. Last Saturday night, they had their big drawing out the park, had a couple bands, and that was a good night there. Got to hang out with lots of people that I don't typically see during the football season. And they do lots and lots of good for our athletic programs and concessions during the winter and getting new stuff for us and always looking for ways to improve our facilities or stuff that the teams need. So much appreciated to the Booster Club. The second group is our golf outing that we have every year, and that was started by six of our former six guys that were teammates, two from three different grades. So that's kind of cool. So those six guys, Ryan Geyer and Kyle Arns, they graduated in 2008. Corey Klinke and Alex Deuce, 2009, and then Keith Wenning and Adam Rammel, 2010. So those guys all are really good friends in three different grades, and they started the golf outing. I think this was the seventh year, I think Corey said, and so they've done a great job and get 26, 27 teams, and that was a couple weeks ago. So fortunately, we won on Saturday night. So it makes it a lot more fun to golf. And that was after the Delphus game, which was a tough game. My brother was joking me. He said, I'm not sure I would have been playing golf with you on Saturday if you guys would have lost. But they've done lots and lots of things for us. Those black pants that we wear are really nice ball bags that we have. Some of the weight room stuff that we've gotten. Our camera, we have the best film in the league by, it's not even close. Scott Kramer is our film guy who does a great job, but the camera itself is really good. They got this camera a few years ago, and each year they try to come up with something that's going to last, not a one-shot deal, and so something that can last for several years. So I want to thank those guys also for that. Senior Spotlight, Colin Weigel, number 25, and Kaden Balmer, number 30. Colin is a starting outside linebacker, safety, kind of a hybrid guy, and on all our special teams. Unfortunately, he's got a beat-up knee right now. So he played about a half last week, and we're not sure about this week. We're going to see. He has an MRI today, I think, actually. So he's going to get that checked out and see what kind of issue he's really dealing with there. But the Colin is just a real quiet guy. His brother Ross played a couple years ago. His younger brother Troy. His dad Aaron is our 8th grade coach and kind of runs our junior high program. So the Weigels are really invested in our program and really enjoy Colin. Kaden Balmer now, he played as a freshman and then didn't play the last couple years. So he's on a couple of our special teams. And he came back out senior year and asked, hey, Coach, can I come back out? And I said, well, you just understand what you're stepping into with lots of good returners. And if you want to be part of the team, that's awesome. And we'll try to get you in there when we can, and if you're good enough, well, obviously you would play. And so he's fought his way into a couple special teams, so that's good for Kaden. And he's also a baseball guy. So Kaden Balmer and Colin Weigel are our senior spotlight guys, and I'll hit I've got about 4, 5, 6 more guys to go here for the next few weeks. So let's look back. Last week we played Anna, and Anna came in with a I would say a fairly young team. They were really young last year, and we beat them pretty good last year. Actually, I think a very similar score to this year. The score was 42-7. I would say the first half was a better game than that. We jumped off to a really good start, scored 2 quick scores, and I think four offensive plays, something like that. We did have a couple turnovers though, which we don't like in the first half, so we stalled a little bit in the second quarter, so it was 21-7 at half. We came out in the second half really played really well. We scored, I think, three drives in a row and got it to 42-7. Then our young guys got to play in the fourth quarter there. So Other than the 2 turnovers, pretty good clean game. Other than the injury bug is getting us a little bit. Jack Broering is one of our safeties and playing really, really well. He's got a back injury, and of course now Colin, his knee is suspect, I guess, for this week. Big Jesse strained his shoulder again a little bit, but I think he's going to be fine. And of course, I'll bring up Darren Spitmeyer, who's our middle linebacker. We will get him back for sure, I think, by Marion and maybe next week. But so he's nursing that broken arm and hopefully be back. We do have some young guys with some injuries. I'm not going to go into their names because there's too many and it would take too long. But freshmen got a good win yesterday versus St. Henry, 14-0. The JVs won, I think, 28-7 last week against Anna. So those groups are playing really well. I think both of them are 4-1, 5-1, something like that. And for the freshmen, they have several injuries to their key skill guys. So it's been tough for them the last couple weeks. So it's a good win for us. I guess the most concerning thing, two things are concerning. The injuries, because that puts strain on guys playing both ways more often. And number 2, if you would tell us that we would be -2 on turnover margin this year, and we're 6-0, you would probably say that's probably not happening, because I think probably the number 1 stat, other than score obviously, in winning games is who wins that turnover battle. And so we've had some turnovers that we don't like, and our offense is playing well. We've only punted, I think, 6 times all year, maybe 7. But we've shot ourselves a few times. So we talked about finishing drives last week, and those were 2 drives we didn't finish. Their punter last week at Anna had a couple of really nice punts inside the 5, so we got stuck in there a couple times. But overall, good game for us. We made them work on defense, and certainly only gave up 7 points there. And that was off of a turnover when we gave them the ball on about the 35-yard line. So looking forward to St. Henry. And again, we're looking forward to that game. St. Henry has played, is a 4-2 record. They've lost to 2 really good teams. Fort Fry, who were in the state semifinals last year, Division 6, with quite a few returners, and they lost in a really tough ball game. I think they gave up maybe a kickoff return that really cost them. And then Marion Local, a couple weeks ago, was a good tight ball game. So they're 4-2. They come in with some good veteran senior. They have a really good tailback. They have some really big, strong kids. They have 3 kids, 6'6", 6'7". I think one's 260, one's 270, and one's 310. And so that's hard to deal with, and they can get those bodies on you. They have a really good running back that's 205 pounds, a returning quarterback. And so they do have some veterans coming back that these kids have played for 2 and 3 years. So, looking really forward to that challenge. The game is at St. Henry. Of course, it's only a 5-8 minute drive, so that's not an issue really. I'm sure they're looking forward to the challenge that they have for us, and we're looking forward to that challenge. It'll be some good matchups. Can we hold up to their big boys? Can their skill guys hold up to our skill guys? And so we have 2, their quarterback's a returner. Our quarterback is playing well. So there's a lot of, intriguing matchups. Our kicking game has been good all year. Hopefully we can continue that and win that part of the battle and not turn the ball over every week on the scouting report. My first thing underneath the offensive segment is protect the ball. And if we can do that and make them work hard in our kicking game, Jesse's been kicking off great. Probably has 12 kicks in the end zone already this year. And we haven't had to punt, but when we do punt, Jesse's really good at punting, so we want to continue that mode, and we're looking forward to the challenge. Game is at St. Henry Friday night, 7 o'clock. Thanks for joining me.